Hey, have you ever come across a situation where you have been blamed for somebody else's fault, or you had to bear the expenses, or you had to bear for the cost of somebody else's mistake? Then today's video is for you. Hello everyone, my name is Dinny Melvin and you are on Crucifix Ministry. Today we'll be discussing about a very important topic, and that is on mercy. Before we start with the topic, if you're first time on my channel, please do consider subscribing to my channel and do share this video with your friends. I would like to share my experience with you. Like few weeks back, there was a renovation going on at my place. So one of my workers made a big blunder and it caused damage to another person's flat. And I was obviously made accountable because it was my housework going on and I had to bear for the expenses and do the repair. In the evening, when I was just having my personal prayer, I prayed to God and I asked Jesus, this is so bad, right? Somebody else does the fault, somebody makes a mistake and I have to bear for the expense, I have to be held accountable. And immediately God took me to another incident which happened a year back. So a year back, I had to go to another state. I had to go to Hyderabad for a training and my company sponsored for the air ticket. And the airport is just 10 minutes from my place and I missed the flight. This was the first time, that I'm missing my flight. I missed it. Can you imagine? And I didn't know how to tell this to my boss, but I had to call up and I said, I missed the flight. I'm so sorry. It's my fault and I'm willing to pay for it. And my boss says, it's okay. Sometimes it happens with me, so you don't need to pay, I'll bear it. That means it was not necessary for him to bear the cost of my error, but he did it. He was merciful to me. In the same way, I was merciful to the worker that was working for my house. My dear friends, many times we ignore the times when people have shown mercy and compassion to us, but we fail to do the same with others. I have so many other examples that I need to share with you all. Like the other day, the maid who works at my place, she asked for an increment. In general, nobody is given increment, at least during this COVID times. So I thought to myself, and I was discussing with my family, in my area at least nobody is getting increment and she's doing the same work. Why should we pay her extra? It's okay, if she goes, we can search for somebody else. Immediately in the night when I was praying, God showed me that in your company, irrespective of whether you do extra work or no, you're paid better than the others. You want to enjoy the benefits of being paid better than the others, but your mate should not enjoy the benefits of being paid better than the others. You compare her with your area, but you can't compare yourself with the same standards. So you see, these things really made me think that we are so selfish. We don't show mercy and compassion to others, but we are okay to receive. What did Jesus say? In the Beatitudes, the Sermon on the Mount was like the new commandments which God gave. And in that, he said, blessed are the merciful, for they shall be shown mercy. Bible teaches us a wonderful story on mercy. The servant who did not show mercy. I've discussed about this in one of my videos that is related to forgiveness. If you have not watched that video, please do watch that video. And in that, again, I want to repeat that God has been merciful to us. We've done so many sins, so much. I mean, every minute we sin. That's a different story. If you don't understand that, the Holy Spirit is the only person who will be able to make you understand that every day we sin so much. And for that, God showed His mercy by sending His Son for our sake. He did everything. He cleared all our debts. Now He asks only one thing. You've already received mercy, so be merciful to others. Luke 6:36 says, be merciful to others just like your Father in heaven. Our Father is a merciful God and He expects all of us to be merciful to others. I want to take you to another experience. Okay, so this was like, so my maid, I have so many examples with my maid. She was cleaning the kitchen. So there are like so many areas in the kitchen and one area was not cleaned properly. So me and my mother-in-law, we both were thinking in our mind, look at this area, she is not cleaned. And it came in my mind, okay. Now, we didn't tell her. Immediately when I went to pray, after one day, immediately I got the message from the Bible that always remember that you have a master in heaven. And I started recollecting that incident and I just realized that my maid has done 10 things. Maybe 2 things she didn't know, but I'm observing that when my boss talks to me, I have done 10 things and when he questions me why you didn't do this, I get very irritated. I keep telling him, no, this is not, at least I've done this, give me some more time. We expect perfection from others. But do we see that we are not perfect? When others want perfection from us, we're not able to do that. God is not saying that strive for perfection. God says you are not perfect and don't expect perfection from others. I wish we understood this concept. The concepts of God is very, very clear. You don't judge, God will not judge you. You forgive, God forgives you. You show mercy, God will show mercy. It is so much simpler to understand the concepts of God, the teachings of Jesus. Even the Sermon on the Mount, there are like 10 Beatitudes. And in that one, I've already explained that you have to be pure in spirit to enter the kingdom of heaven. If you've not watched that video, I have linked it in the description. You can go through that. One of them is be merciful to others so that God can show His mercy to you. My dear friends, even after Easter, there's a feast of the divine mercy. If you see this image, it is blood and water gushing forth from the heart of Jesus. The love of Jesus is infinite. With His infinite mercy, we all need mercy. We don't deserve it. We don't deserve it at all. But we need it. And Jesus says, you pray, you have devotion for my mercy. I will fill you. I will fill your life with mercy. You show mercy to others. That's all God is asking in return. Another experience I thought about. Like when I was working in the hospital around 4 years back, sometimes due to some mistakes, the staffs are terminated. So like 2 or 3 months before the completion of their 2-year tenure. Imagine, only if you complete this 2 years can you work abroad. So this is their life, all right? And the management decides to terminate. Now the nursing head has the right to give the experience letter or no. She is from the same field. I had this person who was very ethical and always used to say, no, this is very unethical. We cannot. I know it's not right, but we cannot give a letter. We can't give experience letter like that. If the manager, we have to abide by the rules of the organization. Agreed. I agree to all these things. All right. Now, she came into the same situation where she needed, and now her ethics have all gone. Dinny, keep this to yourself, okay? I somehow need it. I'm asking this person. I hope he gives it. So that person is expecting unethical things for her selfish needs. And she's not willing to give it to others. You understand? It's like You can be ethical for others, but you are a hypocrite. For yourself, you cannot be ethical. It's okay to change rules of the organization and things like that. My dear friends, I'm not giving any lecture. I'm also in the same boat. I told you all experiences, all examples from my own life. I'm still battling with it. But I have to say it because if God gave me the knowledge of understanding, it is my duty to share it with my friends. We all have to do just one exercise, and that is try to analyze, try to recollect those incidences that are happening in your life. Am I compassionate with others? It's a very simple thing, but it will click you. Today after this video, when you watch, it should click you. Whenever you show rudeness to others, whenever you don't show compassion, it should click you. It's the voice of God telling you, my dear child, try to be a little more compassionate. Show mercy. This is the highest form of love. There are so many types of love. Philia love, eros love, agape love. Agape love is the love associated with Jesus. Unconditional love. The first commandment of God is that love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbors as you love yourself. That means it's unconditional love. It's not easy, but by the grace of God, you will be able to do it. So when you start focusing on these small things, I think there'll be much more value to our life. There'll be more meaning to what Jesus taught us. So my dear friends, from today, let us make an attempt to be a little more, to show more mercy and compassion to others, and keep asking God for mercy because we don't deserve it. But God is giving, and He's saying, ask for my mercy and I will give it to you. Because we are sinners. Jesus, Son of the living God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Whenever you feel like being angry, rude, this is what you can keep repeating. Jesus, Son of the living God, have mercy on me, a sinner. Matthew 9:13 says, and go and learn what this means. I want mercy and not sacrifice. There are a lot of Bible verses which talk about mercy. It's time that we meditate on what is mercy. God's going to reveal a lot of things to you. I pray that all of you will get greater revelations on mercy and that you will be able to show mercy to others. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye-bye.